Hi, welcome back. Day 16 of your 21-day meditation challenge. Well done. Today we meditate on the perfection of virtue. As we move through today's meditation, I invite you to cast your mind back to yesterday's meditation on the perfection of giving, on the ways in which we give through sharing of resources that we can, through simple yet profound medicine of presence, attention, and seeking to know, and through the giving of wisdom, through the teaching in the subtle or overt forms, the lessons of the heart, of love and compassion, of our open, infinite, interdependent nature. So, as we start today, find yourself that comfortable posture, whatever that is for you. Make sure that you are safe, that you have any props, bolsters, blankets, anything that you need to remain in comfort and at ease. And slowly start to close the eyes down, to close them either completely or leave them open, ajar, to let some light in. And gently we'll start to take a few rounds of breath through the nose. So as you inhale deeply in through the nose. Let the breath move in through the nose, the back of the throat, into the belly. Let the breath expand within you. And as you exhale, release through the mouth as you let go. Inhaling deeply through the nose, letting the breath enter, letting it shift and move any stagnancy that's accumulated. And as you exhale, letting go again. And allow yourself to roll through a few breaths like this, inhaling deeply and completely. Exhaling until empty. Breathe. As soon as you have felt that gentle and subtle drop in the jaw, allow the lips to close. Allow the tongue to come to the roof just behind the mouth. And allow for those sweet moments as the gaze turns inwards. Breathe. And slowly we start to feel the sensations of the physical body, the contours of the skin against air, and the touch of the skin to the earth. We feel the firmness of the ground as it unfolds beneath us. We feel the steadiness of the earth as we're held here and now. Breathe. Allowing the muscles to release their tension, allowing the jaw to slacken away from the skull and the space between the brows to soften. Feeling the uncurling of the fingers and the dropping of the shoulders. Breathe. And slowly, slowly here, as we feel the firm foundation of this ground, we turn our minds towards refuge, towards that which offers us reliable and safe direction, towards the reality of the strength of our own minds, that's infinite potential for creation, for change, for remembering that there are reliable methods available to us, allowing us to unlock to utilize, to cultivate, and to share. And finally, remembering and taking refuge in the fact that we are not alone. Breathe. As we allow the feeling of safety and safe direction, of reliability, that kernel of wisdom and knowing to infuse somatically through the body, to juice press this into our cells and our soul, we are then ready to make the altruistic intention. We know that today we don't practice simply for ourselves, but all the work that we do to cultivate the freedom and the peace to regulate the nervous system filters out to others. This practice is not just for us, but for the benefit of all beings. Breathe. And slowly we allow ourselves to dissolve appearances, to let go of the physical form as we feel we know it so well, to let go of the rigidity, the brittleness, the hard edges, to soften as though we're stepping into a serene ocean of flowing water. Breathe. We see the ocean waves above as we sink deep into its depths. And as we reach its depths, there is a flame that comes to life, one that warms and grows from an ember to a spark to a roaring fire, the fire of life. And this life here evaporating out the water until we are smoke, fireflies glinting in air, and here we are air. Breathe. Be breathed. As we dance in the sky, unfolded density, light and airy, we allow the mind to drop us just a little bit deeper, beneath, beyond, and between the movement of the breath, into the stillness that lies there, that is here already. And touch that stillness now. And as you touch the stillness, allow the white light, nectar bright, infuse the mind's eye, move in every corner and crevice until all ruminations, all worries, anxieties, limiting beliefs, all of the constructs of our psychology that keep us caught in cycles of suffering, let that go. Just now, let it go. And as that white light, pure and serene, flows through the mind's eye, it takes on that red radiance like a sun that's setting. Breathe. And the penetrating wave light or light wave of the red radiant light starts to pick away at the roots of our suffering, to pick away craving, to pick away aversion, to eliminate the habit of yearning and clinging, of hatred and anger, pushing away or fighting. And then the deeper root of self-grasping, that compulsion towards atmagraha, compulsion towards grasping at a self that is not stable, the dissatisfaction and afflictive emotions that arise from that. Let it go. Let it all go just for now. And with that next exhalation, the red light mutes into darkness and we are once again in space. Streams of conscious awareness flowing from beginningless time, shifting and moving through the winds of karma. And here today we draw for ourselves one dream body, a bubble-like shape of consciousness infused with wisdom of impermanence, able at any moment to shapeshift. Open nature. Breathe. From this witness point, we stare out at the dark, infinite emptiness of space. Breathe. Staring out into infinite space, unlimited potential. Slowly there is a small light. It's that small ember that begins to grow in the darkness. Breathe. Let the mind's eye grow this ember until it takes the form of a lamp. There is a lamp with shining rays of light pouring out. The lamp that is connected to Source. The lamp that does not diminish. Breathe. As we gaze into the heart of this lamp, there are beings that start to arise from its light. Like rays of light, these beings emanate the same light of this lantern or lamp. Breathe. Our dream bodies now begin to orbit round the rays of this light, to feel them something deep within. We notice images playing out, stories, theaters. These beings, these light beings, taking human form, moving in circles of suffering, sitting at beds of the ill and the old, caring for every being, from ant to chicken, from chicken to child to human. The lights that emanate from these beings are bright, pure, uncontaminated with self-grasping or afflictive emotions of aversion or craving, uncontaminated by fear or anger. Breathe as we watch the different stories play out. We notice small moments. We notice the way in which there is effortlessness as these beings approach other. A dissolving of the barrier between themselves and the others, whether those others are animal or human. There is genuine care. There is the giving of presence, the sharing of resources, and through action, the transfer of wisdom. Yet these perfections of giving are now augmented by a purity of heart, by an integrity that is uncontaminated, unwavering, undiminished. Breathe, caught in the orbit of this light. We augment the perfection of giving with the perfection of virtue, with the pure integrity, not giving to get, not giving to feel good, not giving because we should, but giving without thought. Giving because self and other are no longer a binary. Giving through the place of love, of compassion that is infinite, connected to a source that is infinite, open, and vaster, more vast than the individual. Breathe. Feel the purity of these moments. Has there ever been a moment in our lives that we have been able to give with this level of integrity? Have we ever witnessed this level of integrity? Breathe. As we continue to observe the scenes of these beings as they move through the dramas and chaoses of the suffering worlds that are around them, as they walk with light flowing, undiminished, untainted, uncontaminated by self-grasping, as we see the infinite source of their love and compassion flowing from self to other without divide, we contemplate the different types of virtues that we are witnessing. We contemplate the restraint of negative impulses or causing harm. How easy it is for us to become flippant, self-interested, and cut off from the reality of that pure love. The pure love that melts the boundary between self and other, the binary. The small moments in which we can directly apply this pure love. Can we spend an extra minute to step over the ants as they cross? In what ways, small and subtle, can we apply the restraint of negative impulses or causing harm? Can we notice and restrain ourselves from the flippancy of self-interest, from the lack of humanity and love towards the other that is unknown or uncared for, be they animal or human? And the second contemplation is the way in which these beings accumulate merit through virtue. Every moment becomes the training ground. Giving a cup of tea is no longer a simple giving, but is augmented, magnified when it comes from that pure place. When the perfection of giving is interwoven with the perfection of virtue, with an integrity and a sincerity, a sensitivity to the needs of others. Wow. The accumulation of merit here. And then the way in which this benefits all beings. The way in which, like a boomerang, the giving of love and compassion, the perfection of giving augmented with the perfection of virtue returns in spades, lifting not only the beings of light who exponentially grow through juice pressing the merit and that they are creating and cultivating, but for the whole of sentient beings, lifting and rising together. Everything is cause and effect. This is karma theory. Through the action of the perfection of giving and the perfection of virtue, the cultivation in each moment, we are sowing seeds for our minds through each act. Breathe. We're harnessing those winds of karma that blow out the lamp. Harnessing them so that the lamp within us can shine bright, can be connected to Source, infinite, uncontaminated, undiminished, perpetual. Breathe. As the gravitational pull, as we orbit this lamp of light, draws closer and closer, we are found within its warmth and brightness, within the purity of its reflection. And now we are not separate from this light, but part of it. It glows from us. It radiates from us. Breathe. Allow one moment. Juice press that. Feel that in the bones and the cells and the soul. The perfection of virtue, the depth of integrity, the pure light through which we can give. The pure light through which we can receive, both in equal capacity. Breathe. And gently here, feeling the light continuing to emanate through the soul, through the dream body. We bring ourselves back into the conscious awareness of this human form. We bring ourselves back to the room in which we began, back to the feeling of the body, the contours of the skin, and the touch of this earth as we're held. Breathe. Back in this familiar space, yet this time shifting, feeling the rays of bright light shine. Feeling the feet touch the ground. We push the feet down into the earth. We move the fingers and the toes, and we draw the hands together in Anjali Mudra, or prayer pose. Feeling the warmth of the palms that we've created, the rise and fall of the heart and the chest with our breath. This life, this precious human life. And today we seal our practice. We dedicate any merit, any virtue, integrity, love that we may have accrued to all beings. May we all be free from suffering. Namaste. And when you're ready, you can start to blink the eyes open to allow the external light to merge with the inner and to come back into full awareness. Thank you. Goodbye for now, and see you tomorrow. Bye.